Okay, so as think I've said before, but I am someone who buys and sells a lot of different things, and occasionally when something like this comes into my hands, this is something I need to just do a quick video about. My favorite part about buying and selling guitars is just getting to experience so many different guitars. Um, this here is the Martin Eric Clapton Signature acoustic guitar. Um, this is a 2002. I picked it up today. I Unfortunately, I am reselling this guitar. I need to pay for other guitars I've previously um you know bought one I shouldn't have bought, and I need to make some money back. So recently I bought a Gibson SG Standard with a Fender Blues Deluxe reissue amp, and well, I need to pay for those. I need to pay for those things back. But you can't not talk about something like this when you get it. Let's just do a quick view of the sides and the back. I mean, this thing is pristine. Again, as I've said, I don't talk about specs very often. You can just Google them. I don't need to tell you everything. It's not hard. Um, I do love these joints here that they only do on the 28 and 40s series, the 41, 42, 45. I have a D35. It doesn't have that. It drives me crazy that it doesn't have it, but it's one of my favorite things. I love about it. It's just such a decorative uh, point at the end of this neck here, and it's just you run your thumb right to it, and right where it is and what you're doing. But anyway, obviously, so I just strung this. I'm gonna do a very short sound example. We'll talk a little bit more about the guitar. Let's see. Let's get a backing track. All right. Let's see where we're at. Now again, I know I'm filming, with my phone, and I'm not miking everything up. I've been shocked kind of some of how the videos sound. I like to give you an actual sound coming in and out of the room, but what do you think it's gonna sound like? I mean, this is a $4,000 guitar, brand new. What do you think it's gonna sound like? If you can find an acoustic anywhere in these price points, and that you don't like the sound of, I mean, boy. Let me explain preference versus liking. Is that you can't. There's nothing not to like. I've played so many high-end acoustics. They're all going to sound amazing, but preference is a totally different thing. It's not as loud as I thought it was going to be. Especially we'll hit a chord or two. I mean. What I do absolutely hate, and I've hated about so many acoustic guitars, for me personally, I do like it with lead, and I hate it with chords, is these V-necks. This is a V-neck. It is a soft, much softer V than I've played before. I've played some really pointy ones. Growing up, my father had a Gibson J200 for so many years. And he always ended up just having to go back to selling it because it just, this blasted V-neck, it was so sharp, it was unbearable. I have a 2017 J200 over there. They stopped doing that, thank God. Because I remember growing up and playing on that guitar, and it was just brutal. This is much softer. I do like it very much for the leads, especially when you're in, when you're in your sweet spot here. Like that third position of your pentatonic scale. The V feels really nice. But as soon as you start barring anything, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's very horrible. And of course, depending on some of the open chords that you play, the G feels great, the E feels great, the D feels great. Your C's, your F's, your B, hitting those chords there, just brutal. Very, very, very brutal. That's just for me. That's my personal opinion of it. But this is, if you're an Eric Clapton fan, Eric Clapton fan, don't say that wrong, on a video, yeah, this is it. This is the signature. It sounds exactly like his his acoustic concert or special or whatever it was so many years ago, Unplugged. I can't remember. I think it was the MTV Unplugged. I was young, but yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. I even picked the Clapton style backing track just to get it through. But oh my God, yeah. I would love to keep this. I can't. I need to, send it off to the next person and make a small profit in between. I gave it a fresh setup and new strings and everything like that. But I haven't decided how I feel about this age top. But I do hear it. I do hear it very much. I just don't quite love the dark color. But again, this is just something that I got. I'm passing along. This is the in-between. If I was, dying to have this guitar, it's amazing how we do these things. If I was dying to have one and I got one, I would skip over absolutely everything that I'm saying right now, because I've been dreaming of it and I have to have it, and I finally have one in my hands. The custom case is really, really cool. Take a look at some pictures of those. The Martin custom case. The interior, it's funny. It's very much like a Taylor Deluxe case. The pattern, just not the color. And it's thicker in the body side of the case. But if you've ever opened up a Taylor case, like it seems like you're afraid. Like, is that all the padding there really is in there? But they're deluxe cases. They're great. But it this thing really, boy, does it sound good for those leads. I mean, it just. Very, very cool. Very cool to enjoy it for the short time that I will have it. This will sell very, very quickly. I have no doubts about that. These are just the kind of things that when you see one, and if you can get it for the crazy price I got it for, you keep it. I have a couple of Martins that I love, that mean something to me. I'm very particular with acoustics since I lost my father. So I haven't had a new one on my list or anything, because it just kind of kills me to not be able to bring it to him and experience it with him together. He wasn't so much of an electric fan. He was big into the acoustics, Martin acoustics. Me and my wife went to Martin Factory on our honeymoon My father took my mother there to the Martin factory for some dates when they were dating. I mean, you know, it's a big part of our my personal life, Martin guitars, and I've never played a Martin that I didn't love. Um, Especially in the higher end market. Of course, I don't love the X series ones. They're great plugged in, but and they're great guitars plugged in, but acoustically, I mean, forget it. They're just terrible. And I love Martin. I'm sorry. They know they're terrible. The electronics are great, and they play great, and they're built to last, and they're so affordable. The X series, but you know, I'll talk about those in another video because I have a couple of interesting Martin pieces laying around the house. But this came in and it's going back out, so I'm gonna enjoy it for a few nights that I have it. I'm sure it's gonna sell very, very quickly. If you are a Clapton fan, a big Clapton fan, this is a must-have. I've played this. There's some debate on what's the difference between a regular 0028 and this, and there's a big difference. There's a very big difference. I don't know how you can compare the two and think that they're the same. I mean, forget the V-neck alone. The tones are completely different. They don't sound the same at all. Not even in the slightest bit. This is a signature meant to sound how Eric Clapton wanted his guitar to sound, and that's what it sounds like. It sounds just like those records and videos. And that live concert that he did. So, that was the famous one, of course. Yes, absolutely. If you're looking for one, you must pick one up. Boy, it is comfortable. It's a very comfortable body. And it's very pretty. I'm trying not to fall in love with it. You see what I'm doing? Could keep it. But I'm not. It must go. It must go on to the next person because my wife is very supportive, but I can't keep it. Check one of these out. There's not a lot of great videos on these. I didn't exactly, you know, do the greatest video on it, but I am telling you, 4 leads, 4 blues leads, for that sound, nothing will come close to it. I've played so many acoustics. This is the sound. This is exactly the sound that you were looking for. You know, I'll do another 90 seconds or so, and we'll kill the video. Let's get the track going again. All right, enjoy.